Good evening. Welcome to Timeless Mysteries Live Edition. How's everyone tonight? So I wasn't sure I was going to do this, but I guess I am now. I know it's pretty late for most of you guys. Hopefully, it's not too late. So I was just trying to get Esteban to join me, but he's had a practice with his kid. So I got to start figuring out how to use the music effectively because I pay for it from Artlist. But hey, the Static Veil, how are you tonight? Yeah, well, for me, it's only 6 o'clock, so it's not late here. But I guess depending on where you are, yeah, it's gonna be pretty late. So I've got all these like little clips that I could use, but I don't. It's kind of a distraction, I think, most of the time. But I am going to get started here pretty quick. I'm just giving it a few more moments here to see if other people show up. Um, Today it actually feels like summer again here in Anchorage. Yesterday it was like 45 outside, and I'm like wondering if I should get my jacket out or not. Today it's like 70 and nice again. Winter comes fast here in Alaska. Last winter was very mild, which was weird. But I've only been here since 2019, so I mean, I've heard that every year is different, but from what I've experienced, they're always cold. But last winter it was like 40 degrees all winter long, and it would get down to like 30 at night, so everything would melt in the day and then freeze at night, so you drive to work on a sheet of ice every day all winter long. It was no fun. The year before that, we got record snow for Anchorage, like all-time record. There was like driveways, with the snow plowed on the sides, and it's like taller than the houses. It was crazy. So I'd rather it be like something like with normal snow, no ice, but just regular snow, maybe 4 feet high, snow like where they plow the snow. It's only like 4 or 5 feet high. Yeah, the snow is coming, but hopefully we get a couple more warm days before then. So I came up with this little slideshow for you guys, but um, the main thing we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be looking at some stuff in the body cam footage. So I wrote a little introduction that I'm going to kind of go read through. It's my regular story version kind of stuff that is not 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 completely fiction, but it's very colorful with the descriptions, I think. So,
Hi. You're Nicole? Yes. Okay.
So we'll get to that here in a sec. Olga, you should go somewhere in the wintertime and see what the snow is really like in a lot of places. I think the most snow I've ever seen was like in Wisconsin. And the most so I saw fall in like an hour was over 3 feet, and that was in New York. It was they said it was blizzard out, whiteout blizzard conditions, and I watched the snow like pile up in less than an hour, and there was like a big fence in the background. You could just see it like stacking up, and then the fence was gone. I think all the airports in New York that year for like a week were shut down because of that snowstorm. It was crazy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started so we're not here all night. I do want to thank everyone for being here. I hope you enjoy this. So, welcome to Timeless Mysteries Live Edition. The house sits like a held breath. Mid-afternoon light pushes through the blinds in slats, measuring time on floorboards like bars on a metronome. Outside, wind grates the trees, and the street is plain, familiar, almost sleepy. It's a quiet suburban neighborhood where trouble isn't supposed to happen. And a knock, an introduction, a name we'll say with respect. Nicole Atkinson, the friend who wouldn't let Shanann's silence be her last word. That welfare check begins as a question without an answer. Where is she? A door that won't open all the way because a small swinging bar latch is thrown from the inside. Windows that give back nothing but lawn. The garage door won't budge. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of, this happens sometimes. I write this stuff, it sounds cool, and then I read it out loud and it's not that good. But the idea is that, this is a regular neighborhood. These are regular people. This is a regular person standing there in that driveway. That's her car and her son, and she's got a small child with her, and she's looking for her friend. Her friend who was supposed to have some important doctor visit that morning, who didn't show up. She was such a good friend, she actually called the doctor's office, and they said, no, she didn't show up. Which, now that I think about it, isn't that a HIPAA violation? But that's not the point. She's called the police after her friend's only been gone for a couple of hours. And I'll go ahead and start some of this.
What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend.
Right.
And I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant.
Hey, Molly, I'm glad you joined us. I didn't know I was going live either. I just decided that I got to try to make these happen during the week more often. And it's really hard, but I'm going to try harder.
She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls. and she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant. Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today. Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are by the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle and his work truck.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
There's not a girl and went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date. Why wouldn't she take in a car? They're both in car seats. And she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and she didn't go to the doctor's appointment.
Okay. No answer on the phone. Husband's on his way.
Supposedly, but he said that 30 minutes ago when I called him and told him he said he was 45 minutes out still. And I know the code of the door.
You do?
I do, but there's a thing on it. There's a, no, it'll, even Chris knows we can do it. There's a, they have the thing flipped up here.
Oh, what about the garage door?
I don't know.
You know, you guys, this that she points out, this lock, she could see it's latched from inside. This kind of changes the perspective for that officer who's there, who's trying to figure out what happened. But because it's locked that way from the inside, that limits the exit strategies. Like, you can't exit through that door. You have to go out another way. And I just thought that's important to kind of think about. So how did she get out of the house? She doesn't have her car. It's in the garage. Her front door is latched from the inside. Did she go out the back door?
Do you mind calling him and seeing if we can get a passcode to this and get me permission to go in?
Okay.
I'm just gonna check the back, see if I can see anything. Right. I just want to look in all the windows, make sure I don't see anything out of. Do they? Oh, it doesn't?
So they're going to have tarp on that one and tarp on the one over there too. What's the show on
So it's also important to note that right now this officer is doing a welfare check, and he actually doesn't have permission to go in the house. He is looking for a way in. I don't know if he would have went in if one of those windows had been open, unless there was some other probable cause, like, somebody lying on the floor or something.
you can't enter the house unless you see signs of.
Yep, I've got to have more unless I get consent from him to go in.
See, he says that. Hey, JLO, long time no see. Hope you're feeling better.
And if you don't, you can't enter.
Because it could be grandparents came and picked him up. It could be a lot of things. She left her phone. Her phone's dead.
And it doesn't change anything even if they are pregnant.
Yeah, but remember, the lock is locked on the front door from the inside. So it still asks the question, if she got a ride from somebody, how'd she get out of the house?
No, I mean,
It's different rules, but they're all about the
yeah,
same.
you've got your Fourth Amendment rights to the house.
Yep.
I can't violate that.
Yep. Told her.
That's why.
She's like, go break down the door. I'm like, no, they won't.
No, not. I mean, if I saw her laying on the ground, something like that.
You saw signs of a fight or anything?
Kids were. I could get a hold of the kids. No, mom's not answering.
Can't do much.
I got nothing right now though. How you doing? You seen your neighbors today? No? Okay. Oh, we're just trying to get a hold of her. Felt like she wasn't feeling too good and pregnant, and they were just concerned.
No, I know he works in the oil field, so he's on certain days and off for.
You didn't see her today though, any outside or anything?
Her at all.
Okay.
That's not it.
Right.
So something I'm thinking right now is, you know, would the police have came out if she hadn't been pregnant? And, you know, this woman who called 911 to report her friend, you know, asked for a wellness check. You know, she said a lot of really important things, I think, that must have like got the police, you know, to actually come out. I mean, what if she'd called them and said, "Hey, my friend's not answering her phone. She was supposed to go to a doctor's appointment. She's gone." And they just told her, "Well, give it a couple more hours or give it another day." Well, Molly, I think it's good that she didn't break in because, I mean, it probably would have just got her in trouble. They wouldn't have found anything they didn't find, you know, about 20 minutes after this when Chris shows up. But I don't know that police always come out anytime somebody calls and says, "Hey, I need a welfare check."
Out of the ordinary. Usually when it's not out, he usually doesn't come out.
Bad guys run from the sheriff, Olga. Only bad guys.
How am I gonna get in?
Yeah, I think she's diabetic, to be honest with you.
Oh, is she?
Something with her blood sugar, I thought. He said the same thing. Yeah. My mom knows. So, she's diabetic. Yeah.
Is there a key code, Sandy, to open the garage from the outside? What is it? His mom's gonna get it.
Okay.
This is her parents.
Frank, what's the key code of the garage? Sandy's house. The cops are there.
Well, I can't go in, but if they allow you to go in, I have to have the property owner's permission to enter.
Something's going on.
Okay. Well, he's the property
Well,
owner.
Chris told me Shannon was at her girlfriend's house.
Do we know who that is?
Do we know who?
Or phone number?
He didn't say.
When did he tell you that?
He needs Chris is acting funny. I don't get it. What did he say?
He told me that Shanann didn't take the girls to school this morning because she was going to go on a play date, but her car's here.
And if you think about that story right there, they didn't take the kids to school today because they wanted to go on a play date. But where would the other kids be except in school, right? You know, when Nicole got the passcode from Sandy, she's actually allowed to go inside, but the police officer is still not allowed to go inside.
What?
I'm talking about the garage door.
What's Chris's phone number?
The driveway.
They have the top lock, the one that they have on there, so CC can't escape. Chris's phone number is 910-309-1702.
Okay. It was Chris, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So what is with the timestamps? Like, because this is supposedly at like 1:40 in the afternoon, but that time there reads 1900. That's like almost 8 p.m. I'm gonna pause that for just a second, and then I did make this, but this slide here, I just think it's important to point this out. This is only 12 hours after she arrived home. Like, her friend dropped her off the night before at 1:48 a.m. and then by 1:40 p.m. this welfare check has been initiated. And I mean, that's such a short amount of time. I can't believe that she was brave enough to like say, "Hey, something's wrong," and get law enforcement out there like that. Like, I still it boggles my mind because I don't think I would do that personally. Yeah, Molly, he did call them and say that they were no longer enrolled, and which I think is crazy. And I bet Chris regrets making that phone call because it basically
Hey, Chris, Officer Coonrod for the police department.
like showing that he was
Pretty
premeditated.
good.
He
So,
planned
do you have
this
any idea
cover-up.
where your wife is? Okay. Right. Well, my concern is her car's here. They're saying she is diabetic. I don't want her. If she's upstairs and can't respond. Okay. About how far out are you? Okay. All right. Thanks.
Does anyone know what the doctor visits like for
Just the
15
night
weeks? Like, I've been to one of those appointments, but I can't remember,
He states
you know,
medical.
what they
This
do
female
during that
is
appointment. Is
diabetic.
that
I noticed she
the
is home,
sex of
though.
the
Husband is on
baby
his
or
way.
anything like that?
You say how long it took me to get
He said like 5 minutes. So he's about here.
So Olga says that he didn't clear his body cam thing. You'd think these things would be connected to like a satellite or something, like a cell phone. It's kind of crazy that they don't auto update, because that could be an issue if you're trying to establish a timeline, I think.
He told us 45 minutes 2 times in a row.
But it's clearly not
One of my mom's friends that he
8
was
o'clock.
on I-45, so the interstate
time we were told the mom called again, he said he was still on it and to wait another 45 minutes. So he's just been giving us false times and everything. And we know he's been lying because his stories aren't adding up.
Right.
That's a good point, Molly.
And do we have like her parents' phone numbers or anything we can call them to make sure?
She's not close to him.
Oh, she's not?
Not that. No,
Okay.
she still talks to him and everything, but they don't know any of the codes to the house or anything.
Well, I was just thinking maybe they were watching the kids or she was visiting them or
In the state,
they don't. Okay.
at least I think they don't. I think they live in Wisconsin or somewhere around those lines.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything out of place. I'm not hearing kids. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, and all of her stuff is here, and I set off the alarm by trying to open the garage forcefully, and that didn't work. So, and their alarm's one of the ones where it goes off, and it feels like it's making your ears bleed.
Mm-hmm.
So, if she was in there,
She should have heard it.
yeah, she would have while she was sleeping, because they have little things on the wall on every room that go off.
What's Shannon's number?
It's 910.
And I set off the alarm. I'm assuming you probably know how loud the alarm's going.
It's pretty loud.
Sorry.
That's kind of weird. And the lights upstairs.
850-3286.
And the lights on.
I understand what you're saying.
I can't imagine being the neighbor. You know, he's got to have this weird feeling in his gut. You know, this doesn't seem right. And I think the biggest red flag, this whole situation, is that interior door latched from the inside. Do they ever actually look at the back door? Is it also latched? Like they came out the garage, but their car's still in the garage?
I don't hear the phone ring or anything.
Yeah, the neighbor has a camera system,
Mm-hmm.
and he said because we have one story. She's with a friend right now, and then there's another story. She's on a play date with her kids with another friend, and then she left in the middle of the night. So he's told us 3 different stories. So the neighbor over there said he has a camera that sees out into the street. So sorry. We asked him if he could see if he was able to see if she ever left the house.
All right, that'll
He
work.
got in someone else's car.
Shannon, are you home?
That poor dog.
Police department, if anyone's inside, make yourself known. Police department, if anyone's inside, make yourself known.
Olga, what do you mean? They blocked the garage, or?
Yeah, you'd think they were here, the kids or someone would respond though. You'd hear some kind of noise.
When did you talk to her last, Sandy?
How are you doing?
Oh, there's windows on the front of the garage, right? So
I don't think Chris.
but you have to, you can't see in there. I think you can see the car seats from probably from there. And this is my favorite part. We're probably going to watch this a couple times. And I say favorite, but it's really just terrifying that this guy is acting, and you can clearly tell he's acting. Like, you know, as a writer telling a story, you know, when, you know, something happens, you got to try to think like a normal person, right? How would a normal person react to, hey, your wife's missing? Oh, well, she's probably there, or she's probably here. And then the police call you and say, hey, why don't you come out here? We're trying to get in the house. And you're a little more concerned, but you're not going to be like running like this guy is. He's running from the driver's side around to the other side. He's running up like he's in a hurry. There's some urgency that whatever he's doing, that's clearly acting. That's not how a normal person would react, especially if they had no idea what was going on.
I'm here. Hang on.
Yeah, get me on the phone.
Okay, get Matt on the phone.
I mean, I suppose it could possibly happen like this, but
Scott, how you doing?
How's it going?
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive? Okay.
nah, I guess you can't really see the car seat from those tinted windows.
That's me. Yeah. The neighbors went and checked his cameras and they said that a white car drove away at 1. It was me though. That was me. I dropped her off.
That was the last action on my camera.
But when Chris shows up, the officer finally
That's throughout the whole day, or?
can enter.
Besides
He's
Chris
got
leaving,
permission.
Yeah.
And the discovery files show that, you know, there was consent given.
There's no way you can look for the day?
and the path was
During the
recorded.
daytime?
But those car seats are clearly in the car. That's also noted in the discovery.
In the car too. So she left with the friend. She would have took the car seats.
I can go look if he doesn't find her.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Huh? Chris is in the house. We're standing outside of the police house. Can we go in the house?
We can.
I mean, that's up to him. It's his house. If you guys...
Nikki, I'll give you permission to walk in my daughter's house.
Mind if I come in, Chris?
And there's the official permission. But I believe the officer was in the garage a second ago, right?
You checked upstairs? She's not there? I just want to make sure she's not passed out somewhere. Is she diabetic? You mind if I look around?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I think it almost would have been smarter for him to immediately call an attorney rather than expose all of this, you know, just for like playing devil's advocate here. It's kind of crazy that he thought allowing them in, you know, he wasn't making himself look guilty, but he looked guilty from the very beginning when he arrived there, like the way he did. It was just weird.
Oh, you're fine.
Outside.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I saw that too. He opened the door. It looked like he grabbed something, but I don't know. The officer didn't ask him what he grabbed or anything. Yeah, all of this just seems normal, but it's weird because it's so normal, right?
Good for.
I believe they're about to find the phone.
Oh,
Yep, see?
well.
It was just in a couch cushion.
Any friends she would be hanging out with?
I mean,
I know. I guess her parents are out of state.
Across country, North Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's not happening. She can play with it. All the girls' blankies are gone.
So who finds the ring? It's Chris, right?
Their blankies they sleep with, they don't leave anywhere without them.
Good. Nothing else appears to be missing though. Just stuff you'd take for a quick trip.
And I thought the sheets were taken off the bed, but that looked like it had sheets on it.
Does she work?
Yeah, she works from home.
Oh, from home?
She works, this is her lifeline.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that thing turns back now, it's going to start blowing up. Oh, yeah.
What do you think Chris is actually thinking right now?
It was shut down?
She's in the play, yeah.
He's probably thinking, I should have did something with this phone besides hide it in the couch cushion.
Well, it was originally under the pillow on the couch.
You know, the officer did check the windows outside and they were all locked. I don't know why he would need to check them from the inside.
It's the baby's due date.
1/31/19.
So Nicole knew the cell phone password. Is that right? Is that what I just heard? It was the baby's due date.
What does she do for work?
She works a direct sales company called Drive.
Hey, Esteban. How's it going? Yeah, I agree, Esteban. He totally had everything that most people want. I'm sure there's a few people in this world who don't want these things, but most people do. And he didn't
How often
just
does her blood sugar drop low?
like throw it out. He destroyed it, and his life and everyone he knows' life got destroyed as well.
A while ago, but she had him a lot this weekend. So Cassie's a nurse, so she figured it was because her blood pressure sugar was dropping.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't eating her normal that she normally eats. Like she takes a couple bites until she was full.
Okay.
And
She doesn't ever black out or have
No,
seizures or anything like
No,
that.
I mean,
I think Nicole looks terrified. Chris definitely looks
she got in a car
nervous.
wreck, and I believe that's what happened. But Imitrex is something she takes for migraine. She took more Imitrex this last month than she ever had before, but that's just because she was in North Carolina with the humidity and everything like that. She was there for 6 weeks, and we got back Monday or Tuesday.
Hey, Esteban, how's practice going?
Friday morning, and then she got back last night about 2 a.m. The flight got delayed. She left about 11. She got here at 2.
Okay.
And I went to work this morning about 5:15, 5:30.
What do you do?
I work at oil and gas in Anadarko.
What do you do for them?
Operator.
Long days then?
I think the eye contact
I definitely still
is a little overkill, like for a normal person. So how hot did it get today in Anchorage, Esteban? Was it like 60 or 59?
left out the front door.
Because you told me that she went on a play date with the girls, and then
That's what she told me.
Addie said you told her that.
See, that excuse doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why would you go on a play date during the school day?
Addie said you told her that she left in the middle of the
That's not just one family skipping school. It's two, at least.
Where do your kids go to school at?
Primrose and Vista Ridge. Okay. Hey. Yeah. No. Yeah, she said she was at her friend's house. That's what she told me she was going to do.
Nicholas.
I have no clue at whatsoever why she wouldn't take her cell phone. No, it doesn't make any sense at all. She didn't leave out the front door, I can't see it. Well, yeah, I can look at that and see. But it's so random because it goes off and on here lately. It gets false.
Hey, Red Sonia. Yeah, his face looks a little paler than normal. That's probably due to he didn't sleep all night.
I don't know where she's at.
Probably had a lot of caffeine. Yeah, if you look at the time that this welfare check started, it was almost exactly 12 hours from the time that she was dropped off at her house the night before. I think it's just kind of incredible that, the police actually came out. They actually, stuck around to find out what happened. The friend, didn't think, oh, well, this is, maybe it's nothing. And she took the time to talk to the police and convince them to come out.
I'll see if I can get on that USA app or Chase app, see if I can get on that, please. I'll see.
So JLO, what does it stand for? What is JLO? I think the J is Jennifer, right? What's the rest? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Dispatch Rick 91. You can cancel medical if there's still.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, J-Lo. I just finally got it. I think I heard you guys talk about this before.
Chris is the last person who talked to last time.
I think the first time I watched this video, Nicole's little daughter back there in the bedroom playing in the toy box really freaked me out. Hello, Stacy. Thanks for joining us. This is a truly horrible story, and there was like a billion ways that this could have went differently, and everyone could have survived.
So, what time do you work?
Usually, once I get to work, it's like 6:30 to 3:30, 4 o'clock.
There's just no excuse. There's no. I mean, none of it makes sense to me. Why he was thinking this was the only way.
I'm not here.
Usually between 5:30 and 6.
Alright. And was Shannon here then?
Yes. Yeah, she was still in bed.
This is when I start thinking of this, like, why did you do it? That's when the name Nichol Kessinger comes to mind a lot. Why did you do this, Chris? Like, really, why did you do it? And it's kind of sad, but I mean, it was mostly because of this other woman. If he didn't have her in his life, maybe he would have tried to fix things with his wife. And if it wasn't Nichol Kessinger, it could have been anyone else.
That's cool.
New Zealand is on one of my lists of places I have to go before I die. I really want to go there.
Alright, I can run down there and check.
Yeah, Chris lost
Do
his
you guys have any
mind.
kind of issues, marital issues, or
We're going through separation.
you are? Did you guys file it yet or anything, or just talking about?
No, we're gonna sell the house and do a separation.
And how's that going?
It's going
Civil for the most
civil,
part, or
Like when he makes eye contact, it's kind of scary. It's like his eyes are locked and his like whole face doesn't
does
move.
your
Like,
wife go to that swim pool often, or the,
it just depends. I mean, on a hot day like this, I would say no.
he's probably wishing he didn't say that now that he thought about how hot it was outside and how they probably wouldn't go there on a hot day like this. This guy took IQ tests and, you know, he got an above average score. But if you look at the story that he came up with, you wouldn't believe that. And I think the test giver didn't believe it either because he took it several times.
It says at 5:27 a.m. the overhead garage door 2 was left open and never shut. About that time. So either like when I pulled away and shut the door, it never shut.
Well,
It
it
was shut when
obviously
you got here.
shut,
So either
Chris.
sensor
The
was
door is
tripping out,
closed now.
which happened before, so I had to replace it 2 weeks ago. Before I left.
But see, I think he put the body into the back of the truck through the garage.
The door was left open at 5:26.
Because you can't really see, like when he opens the garage door, he backs his truck in there. You can't really see inside the garage. You can't see the very back of the truck. I think he would have been able to do it without being seen. But if he'd have dragged the body into the back seat of his truck, that would have been completely visible, I think. Red Sonia says, I think he lacked common sense and street knowledge.
front door?
I agree.
That was you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was beeping at me out in the field.
I think Vale is at work, the static Vale. You know, I live in Alaska, and the cost of living here is really high also, like really high. And if you live in some of the villages, it's even higher. There's a lot of places in Alaska that you have to fly to. You can't, there's not a connected highway to every village. They're called villages because that's all they are. They're not actually little towns, they're villages.
Does she do her work from a laptop, or is it just
phone?
Just from the phone?
What about your bank account?
I tried her logins are different than mine.
It's not a joint account.
It's a joint account, but like she controls all of it. Like she doesn't let me do the finances because I was pretty horrible back in the day, so she just kind of handles all that. And she does it. And I have the apps on my phone, but I don't have her login to get into it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's
So I'm just gonna, I did make this, so I want to show some of it. But these are the key people that you need to know who are the woman in this story in this body cam footage is Nicole Atkinson. She's a reporting party. The officer is Officer Scott Coonrod, or is it Conrad? I don't know if that's a typo. And then, a little bit later, you're going to see agents Tammy Lee and Graham Coder. But I think the neighbor Nate is equally important in this scenario here because he gives a lot of context to the officer. Yeah, that I thought that was a typo. Sorry. I made this pretty quickly, so I got some info on the body cams. It's one person's perspective. It kind of frames what whatever he's facing at. And it's used to corroborate with other things. It allows us to see Chris's behavior in this particular scenario. Otherwise, we would just have a written report that says, he was acting a little bit odd or whatever they would have said. But you can actually look at it. So the first hour priorities for police, they're going to check timelines like garage door logs, DVR, phone, GPS, things like that. Any documents that are left behind, like the cell phone. I mean, it's not really a document, but it is like a person's lifeline that was left behind. They're going to secure the scene. We noted earlier that they didn't check the window locks from the inside, but I don't know that they were necessarily checking that. I don't think they had a reason really to check that. They did note that all the windows were secured from the outside. And Nicole Atkinson's role, she requested the welfare check. She went through with the officers what a normal day was like with Shanann. And that kind of like points out some of the anomalies that we've seen before and heard about since. This did happen 7 years ago. So, I mean, we've talked about this, a lot. But I just thought, it's important to think about these things.
But her login is different. Her login, I don't know her login. Like, I know the password, but I don't know her login for user ID. It's always the same password for 281 capital SW. But it's just a matter of getting the login.
Well, Olga, what do you think he would have found out if like a window was
Or if
unlocked?
she's getting gas or
Yeah, somewhere.
I kind of missed what they just said, but I'm not sure why she would be getting gas. I think that's what I just heard. Like if somebody came in and stole them, like kidnapped them through a window, maybe.
What was the name of the company again?
Level, Level.
Where are they based out of?
Texas. But they don't have like they don't have like an office. It's just all.
Yeah, I think the patches he's wearing.
She has her leaders, but
probably had something to do with all of this, the way he's thinking about things. And it's kind of funny. I never picked up on that. They don't have a home office. That's not a very good company if you can't find them. They could be anywhere, right?
They're both in northeast part of the country. Like that, she has Addie Maloney. She has Amanda Aikman. She has Sam Paisley.
Okay. What do you have her phone number? Yeah.
Molly, I think he did also. They're trained to pick up on cues and try not to make, biased opinions either. But this whole scenario is kind of like,
What'd you say her last name was?
when something like this happens, it's kind of common first thought that the guy did something to his family.
There was no note or anything by the wedding ring?
No. I'll put it back where it was earlier on.
So the ring was found on the nightstand.
Is there any of her
where
clothes,
Chris
anything like that
left it.
missing?
They find her purse in the kitchen with her IDs and her medications here in a few moments, I think.
It didn't look like she went through and packed up
No, I mean,
a bag or
this,
anything.
This and all that on the bottom, so it'd be kind of hard to tell if she took a little bit, or I mean, it'd be easy to tell if she took a lot, but it's hard to tell if she took a little bit or not.
Okay. Did she tell you anything about leaving, moving out?
Not moving out. I mean, the last time I talked to her was this morning. She said she was going to take the kids to a friend's house, and that's where she was going to be. And then I've texted her today. I've never heard anything, but the car's here.
Right.
Here. Unless some.
You know, when he says that right there, this morning I talked to her, she said this. I wonder if that was the conversation that they had before he did what he did. I think it's kind of, you know, he says some things that could be, you know, true. He's mixing them all in there with lies, which, you know, as far as lies goes, if there's any like hint of truth, it makes them more believable, I think.
Anything about leaving, moving out?
Not moving out. I mean, the last time I talked to her was this morning. She said she was going to take the kids to a friend's house, and that's where she was going to be.
See, I don't know, that sounds a little bit like it could be true. He doesn't look as nervous when he says that one.
And then I've texted her today. I've never heard anything.
But now he's getting like that look in his face again.
Right.
Unless somebody came and picked her up. But the people that I know, nobody's heard from her. Nobody's seen her.
Right. Who you
Yeah, how
guys
his
back with?
eyes are locked
Chase
on
does
him,
it.
even when he's not talking. It's weird, right? Yeah, Deb, I think, you know, it probably would have been weird for her not to post something for so long.
To drive around like the normal route that she would be.
Where does she normally go to?
I mean, just like drive where like she would normally take the kids to school. People that I know that live down, Kristen lives down that way. I mean, that's the only people.
I don't think I know anybody who would leave their purse behind.
Go to their house frequently.
You know, if you leave your purse, you go back and get it, right?
Hey, I'm still talking to the officer right now. Okay, bye. I will, definitely. Alright, bye. Sorry about that. That was her mom. I mean, you think it's smart just drive around, see if I mean...
Probably not, because, I mean, you don't know what car she's in, where she's at. I mean, obviously.
I think he's got a creepy smile, too. It could be just the bad resolution, but he's got a very creepy smile.
And the other one she's really close with that I know is Sarah.
What else do you think I could do?
Yeah.
Just wait for her here?
Up here.
Well, I've got my detective coming,
Okay.
just because this is kind of an odd situation. See if we can try to get her pinpointed down, find a friend or something.
Okay.
He may have you call the bank.
Okay.
I think this is when Chris finally realizes he's 100% screwed. There's a detective coming.
Have you heard from Shanann today?
Yeah, her medication's in the purse.
You're my last person to call. So I just
But her purse is there, her phone is there, her medication is there, her ring is there.
No.
Everything about that is odd.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Have they been in the bedroom yet? The master bedroom?
She lives around here.
She lives in Aurora.
Or
Okay.
Here.
I don't want to answer because she's smelly. She go potty? Need a new diaper? Yeah? Alright.
Well, I think they say that it smells like
Oh, like that oil
bleach
field.
in there and cleaning supplies.
2015, well, Anarco 2015 January, Covenant year before that. After that, I worked on cars for 11 years.
You liking it?
I love the fact that I don't have to get carpal tunnel in my wrist. That's what I left it for. Left car business for.
Right.
Because it was destroying my body. The oil field is less repetitive as far as the same stuff over and over.
But I think
Doing that all
the
the time.
sheets
Right.
were not on the bed, right? Because
Perfect.
that would also be a red flag for me if I'm like
Kids,
checking things out.
8 days on, 6 days off. But now I'm on 5 and 2, so let's go back to 8 and 6 next month. So I'll be in a lot more time with the kids. That's what I'm excited about.
Right.
Give her a break.
Do you have any medical conditions other than lupus?
Fibromyalgia, rosacea. She thought she had RA, but she took a lot of medication in North Carolina. She stopped a bunch of it when she moved here. But she has some flare-ups here and there.
When did she move here?
When she moved here in 2012.
Okay. No, like recent. Is she taking any kind of medication?
Imitrex for migraines and some Monteg 2 class for like allergies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And some stuff for nausea.
No, nothing's changed as far as medication wise.
Montelukast, I think that's an asthma medication.
Any
a
kind of
pill
behavioral
form.
changes, anything like that recently?
Going through the separation. That's the only behavior changes I've seen. Just a little emotional.
Okay.
Oh, COPD, yeah. But I wonder why he thought it was an allergy med. Hey, Chrissy.
Tell him I'll be there in just a minute.
Thanks for joining us. This is the detective, right? So he just turns off his body cam for a brief time. What was the timestamp? I'm going to pause this and check the timestamp. So we already know the time on this clock is wrong, but so it's 20:38. Let's see what it was before the. So it's about 3 minutes. So it was 20:35, right before the other officer shows up. So the body cam was off for 3 minutes. I really wish I knew what they had talked about. Has anyone like heard like from later interviews what they talked about?
Nothing on there.
What's that?
Nothing on there.
You just have to
My
back
camera.
the truck up to the garage.
Lay down.
Loaded my stuff up in my coolers, my water jugs, my book bag, my computers, some of the tools that I had from the toolbox. I knew I was going to have to do some pumping unit rubbers today. That's why I was out so far.
Is this on continually
Yep.
recording?
Yep. Well,
It's not. Is it
any
motion or is it?
event-
Okay, so it's motion.
Any motion event that happens, I get cars driving from this street,
Yeah, Molly, I wished I knew what the conversation was between cops because I'd really like to know. I really wish I knew.
We park out there on the side. I just want to get everything back in. Be easier so lugging everything out there, all the tools.
I'm kind of surprised there was no other like camera footage from the other neighbors. Because I would like to have seen what happened on the other side. So I missed the EpiPen thing. They were talking about an EpiPen. They left the EpiPen behind. That was the EpiPen for Cece, right? Yeah, the tree nut allergy.
What else can I do with this?
You know, because of this case, I've learned that cashews are a
My
fruit.
detective just showed up.
One of my
He'll
favorite
probably want to
nuts.
talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call
The
out the
tree
bank
nut.
and see if there's any kind of activity.
Because if there was any sort of action out
On
there,
his cameras,
I would have got it.
like
Right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that, and I had parked my truck
I
up
had
here.
to park right here.
Yeah. So someone.
Yeah,
I
it
can
seems
see
like there
now
would be
trying to
more
get into this
footage.
flathead screwdriver over there, and it was just like.
But if any action would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would
Yeah,
have
if it
got
would
it.
have been like right in that area, they should have picked. I mean,
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
you know where that tree there too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Watch, I'll show you. There's nothing on here. We've already watched that one. But like, you'll see this car.
What security system do you have?
Xfinity. Oh, you can see this car starting to drive down the street. Here.
That one.
Oh, look. Okay.
See what I'm saying? It picks up all the way down there.
That's cool.
He's next door.
Let me go.
I was talking about dispatcher. It'll be close for.
Cause yeah, we can pick up cars coming this way. I get anything coming this way making a turn.
You know, he's probably thinking, man, I didn't even think about cameras from other people's houses.
Unless they pull right here.
He's probably wondering about the other neighbors that's closer to where he was and saw what he did.
Diesel.
Here's good.
But yeah, I thought nothing.
Nothing for the rest of the day.
No, that's it.
This is one of the most bizarre things that I've ever seen.
She's pregnant as well.
How far along?
14, 15 weeks.
He sees this commercial and he instantly thinks his wife is pregnant, and he
That's
shares
why
it.
her friend said it was.
And then there's a skull in the oil. How creepy is that? How much of a coincidence is that? I heard that this ad played a lot in that area during that time.
My camera.
He looks like he's thinking about, I should run right now.
There was nothing. It was all the old blankies.
I think he's hoping that he seems like he's urgently looking for his family, but I think he's urgently looking for a way to get out of there and do something. He's already asked the officer, "Can I go drive around?" I'm glad the officer said, "No, we don't need you to do that." Because Chris probably would have been long gone driving his way to Mexico.
She dropped her off at 1 in the morning, right?
She's done. My doorbell said 1:48. She came in.
Okay. It's not on this one. It'll be on this one. This is her friendly name at 1:48.
So as soon as it picks up motion, it like back off. Okay. I thought she.
That was the start of the video.
Yep.
It's on 1:48.
In the morning.
Yeah, Chris had no
didn't pick
chance
her up
of
going
getting
into the
away
house,
from
though.
getting away with this at all. No chance at all.
And I usually pick him up when he comes walking through here.
Mm-hmm.
I pick him up. So it doesn't show her walking into the house.
I think Nate is like staring down Chris too a little bit. Like he knows. Yeah, I agree, Deb. Yeah, he's like, dude, I know you did something. Chris looks intimidated a little bit too.
That's okay. The other dogs. see all these people coming in. They're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So it's just like that tiny little top corner, I think, is all you can see of Chris Watts's truck from this camera. And this is the image that people have blown up and I think faked
How long does it
a
typically
lot of
record
stuff.
for?
30 seconds, I believe, at a time. But this is at 148, and then the next one I have is 105, whatever. So nothing, no cars came through, because I guarantee with the headlights, it picked up the headlights automatically.
And my Vivint said that at 5:27, my garage door was left open.
Well, that's just an inaccurate recording of what happened with the door because it obviously closed. But he did open the garage door. He did grab something out of the garage
Right.
at 5:27 a.m.
That's because my alarm started going off.
Well, I know he said the front door he tried going in, but he had the lock up,
That's for
so
the
that
kids,
set
so
it
they don't
off.
get out.
Right.
And our remote on the outside doesn't work anymore. It got wet and the whole radio on the ground.
So yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. Appreciate your
I don't
time.
think he makes as much eye contact with Nate. You see right there, even he looks down when he shakes his hand. He can't make eye contact with this guy. But when he looks at the cop with the body cam, his eyes are locked.
You just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
He's never taken, he's never rocking back and forth, and if you look, he never loads his stuff in and out of the garage ever.
Right.
And it doesn't look like he came from right here, it looks like he came from down the street.
Yeah, I've wondered how he ended up down the street.
And then the other thing that doesn't make sense is why would he pull past this part?
Yeah, he pulls past that so he can load a body into the back of his truck. That's what I think anyway. I don't think he could have put that body in the back seat without clearly being seen.
But watch, you'll see him get out. And he walks back and forth a couple times.
You know, another reason why that zoomed in footage of this.
My wife and I were kind of wondering when she was on vacation if something happened.
Here, I'm going to pause it because I want to hear what he says. But you know, when they zoom in and they show the two people in the you know, over there by his truck walking back and forth, Nate doesn't say anything about two people. Oh, is that the same person or anything like that? I mean, that's another, you know, bit of proof that it's been faked. Right now, he's talking about him and his wife noticing some things. I'm going to back it up just so I can hear what he says exactly.
To be completely honest with you, my wife and I were kind of wondering when she was on vacation if something happened, because I've heard them full out screaming at each other at the top of their lungs, and he gets crazy.
Does he? And that's pretty recently.
See, I know he took that statement back, but I believe him when he says, I think he was forced to take it back. Or somebody asked him to take it back. Because he says they were screaming at each other. I think it makes the victim look bad if there's like a verbal shouting match between the two people. But he did say Chris gets crazy. You guys want to go back and look at it when he shakes Nate's hands? He looks down at the ground. He doesn't make eye contact. I could show you that. Here, let's see where the timestamp is right now. It's 56:34. Let me try to find it real quick. We'll look at it again. So watch this.
All right. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
See, right there, he makes eye contact,
Hopefully.
and then he looks down.
Here.
You guys see that?
Front door he tried going in. Front door he.
Work anymore. It got wet and the whole radio on the back.
So yeah, that was it.
All right. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Hopefully.
So he
something
makes
comes up.
eye contact for just a second and immediately looks down. That tells me a lot. He is intimidated by Nate.
You just want to go talk.
Where were we? 56 something. Right. If the image was clearer, it would be a lot more clear, but it's kind of a grainy resolution, unfortunately. But you can clearly see he made eye contact that once, shook his hand, immediately looked down, and then eyes on the ground as he walked out.
I just don't understand why he keeps explaining himself over and over what he's getting exactly what he's doing exactly, because that's not him. He's usually really quiet.
I can't really hear what Nate's saying, but he's talking about Chris.
Well, that was always back there.
What's your phone number?
203-905-7885. 85. It just seems kind of odd to me. Why would he pull the truck up into the garage?
Right.
Yeah, I've never seen him pull it back.
I've never seen him. If he loads his stuff, he normally just walks back and forth because I get him on camera.
What does he usually load up?
All he usually has is a lunch box and a book bag, looks like a computer, and usually a water jug. That's it. But the fact that he was in here and explaining to it over and over and over,
Well, odd.
he doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his tracks.
Yeah, he was trying to cover his tracks.
Right.
And if he's loading his stuff, why isn't he walking back and forth? But I
He
can see what he's doing
shoved
back
something in the back
pulls into the garage.
through the tailgate.
He knows my camera's there.
Any other neighbors have cameras around here, you know?
I'm sure a bunch of them do, but not that I know of.
Okay.
Did Nate ever share any other footage of Chris before the murder through his
Kept coming up missing,
camera?
So we moved in here, I put this in. And like you said, someone was breaking into it. He said that someone was breaking into his toolboxes of his truck. So I told him he could park his truck out there in case they saw something. Diesel, I know you want to go play with the baby so bad.
Yeah, Molly, I agree. He does seem pretty well behaved for a teenager. And I think he said a few things that were kind of insightful to the officers also.
Behind my camera. The cutoff, the truck's in the garage right now. And he never backs his truck into the driveway. Diesel.
Because I would like to see that footage of him walking back and forth to load his truck, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys would also.
Because when he was parking his truck over here, the other thing that was odd is while she was gone, he kept parking his truck and her car over here. And I used to see him walk out of his house right here.
Took the car out of the garage?
Oh, the car was parked over there for a long time, like a couple days.
This past weekend?
No.
It was when she was gone for the 6 weeks.
Oh.
But I thought it was kind of odd that he never parked in front of here or right here. He said someone broke into his truck and he parked over here. I have no idea. Hey, he's acting so suspicious. He's normally, you can ask them, he's normally quiet, real subdued. He's over here telling you 3 times what he took out, what he did, what he did, what he did. He's very, he never talks. So the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious.
Yeah, but I mean, put yourself in his situation.
Oh, I agree.
You know, anyone's going to be nervous. You don't know what to do.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying the way he told you 3 times what he brought with him, why is he telling you exactly what he brought with him instead of saying, oh, they didn't see anybody out here, he didn't see anybody doing anything? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why is he so worried about you knowing what he's carrying out? That's all I'm saying.
That's very, very insightful.
He's talking to him right now? Okay.
I think Chris wants him to know what he's carrying out because he's lying about it. He's carrying out his wife.
Chris? Yeah. Are you okay if we just walk through for a minute? And then look at her phone if it's still up there?
Yeah, okay. I guess.
I don't know what happened to the timestamp, but it's been blocked out.
What's this door right here go to? It's locked. Do you have a key for it?
Yeah, they wake up, they'll just go right here and just play in the bathtub. Yeah.
Well, that's bright.
So you normally,
So
you normally keep it locked?
Yeah, because they would go in there, they'd be in the soap. Like last time we had Vaseline everywhere.
Yeah.
So that was not fun.
So does she normally make the beds, the kids' beds?
No.
No. Okay. This all looks normal to you. Does it look like this maybe in a rush or?
This is about normal, like when kids go get up first.
Hey guys, make sure you're hitting the like button. I know I don't always remind you guys to do that, but I do appreciate it. It's a good way to support my channel. You know, watching these videos also supports me, but you know, letting YouTube know that you like my content also helps me a lot.
Yeah, he said he did.
You know, I pulled this off the internet, and somebody probably thought it was better to block that out. They may have thought it was a logo or something. It's actually just the Bodycam information, the Bodycam company and everything. But I would like to know. I think I've got another version of it somewhere with the timestamp.
We're going to try. All right.
But Olga had pointed out the timestamps, and I never noticed it before. They were, you know, the time was wrong.
All right.
Oh, you think it's his badge number is up there? But yeah, I think they're about to find the missing bed sheet, right? The one that they find at the oil site.
Yep. We'll keep that in mind. All right, thanks. Bye. Did you tell your mother-in-law that she went to a friend's today? Mm-hmm. Yeah? What friend?
I suppose we went to a friend's house, so that's all I knew.
Who was she supposed to go to?
That's all she told me. She said she was going to a friend's house to take the kids.
When did she tell you that?
This morning, when we were talking to about 4 and 5 o'clock.
the stuff she had last night?
Yep.
What's this? This is.
That's just some Antarctica stuff.
Is that your stuff?
Yeah, that's the stuff I was going to give to people because they don't fit me anymore.
Oh, these are your jeans?
Yeah, it was like 38s. They're way too big now.
Okay, well, give us a call, anybody, if you hear anything from her. Otherwise, I'm going to start putting together, just in case we need to pull the trigger for a missing person. Yeah, I'm going to try to run some things down using her phone, and then see if we can't find somebody. If nobody's heard anything at all, then we'll probably pull the trigger a little bit quicker. Go that route, so.
Olga, what's in the blue? What's in the blue bag?
As far as like walking through fields and stuff like that,
Hey Jen, thanks for watching.
If you guys want to start that, there's no reason you can do that right now. Okay. Absolutely. So,
Have a good night.
the other things I'm going to do is put a little more detail as far as digging into friends and addresses and things like that. But by all means, if you want to call hospitals and hotels even, see if she's checked in anywhere, whatever. But all right, I'll start with the friends list of maybe friends that either one of you know about. So
I called everybody that I know that she would call and talk to.
Okay. All right.
And she has one of those numbers.
Yeah. I've got some of these. Okay. Want to talk before we go?
What about bank account checking into that? Do we need account numbers or anything, or have him call?
Yeah, find any credit cards. That's why I was asking about the credit cards. If
There was a blue bag on the front porch by the seat.
Cash? She usually carry cash with her, or no?
So what was in the blue bag? Did they ever say?
Okay. Well, I got your numbers, so I'll be in touch. Maybe one of us will be in touch.
In case closed. Why would they be on the front porch though? I'm all about debunking
I know everyone
that comes out. Like it,
yeah.
I believe people think that. I just try to think like, is it
good or bad? I get to contact everyone.
And I mean, it's a good question. Like, what was it? I would like to know what it was. But if it was Nichol Kessinger's clothes, why would they be there on the porch? And I guess the fact that they're gone, maybe Chris took out all of her stuff when he's cleaning up, set it outside so he wouldn't forget it in the morning whenever he disposes of his family.
Eventually.
Okay. So if it does go missing person, we set up like a commands, I'm not sure how that works.
No, actually, it's really not that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really not like that. What it'll be is in the computer system, so when she pops up somewhere, and then on top, everybody looking around, asking around. So really what it is we're going to go back and do now will be part of that process, the missing persons process. Just because we want to find out where she at with the kiddos.
Yeah, Molly, that is also very believable. One of these days I'll have to show you guys the suit jacket I bought.
Is this a pretty current picture?
No. My first one a couple years ago. And you can see how much smaller I am now. I had to get rid of a lot of my clothes for that same reason.
Okay.
It's a good reason to get
that's where we're starting.
new clothes.
Like I said, start calling around by all means.
But the detectives are like, well, why is all of this woman's stuff here if, she left on her own, free will or whatever? There is nothing that they would see that I wouldn't also question. And I'm not even a trained detective. So I can't imagine they're probably even more tuned to all these red flags that they see when they walk into this house.
Possibly. I mean, it didn't pick her up going in from when you dropped her off.
But I did wait. I know she made it in the house because I waited till she shut the front door.
Right. But his video just showed you
Yeah, I know.
backing out, so there's a gap there that
Yeah.
didn't pick up.
Do these neighbors have cameras?
I'm gonna walk it here in a minute.
Yeah, most likely it was Chris Watts that did something with the bag.
Right. Yeah, I don't see any on that one or that one.
I need to find the doorbell cam of her walking in so I could see this bag.
Yeah. Works a little better than a camera.
If he was out here right now, you'd know.
Yeah.
Barney gets a little crazy when he sees people he doesn't know. He's knocked out the fence post, or the pickets.
Yeah.
Because he runs and hits the fence. He's knocked the pickets down. Oh, her mom warned me when we first moved in. Her mom was like, that dog's so mean.
Yeah.
Did she walk
I don't know.
the driveway or did she walk
Yes.
through the...
She walked through right here because I pulled up.
So I'm trying to find this
Talk to police officer.
other footage just so I could see. I don't see a blue bag.
Hello? Hey, how are you?
So I'm going to pause this. And you guys said we could see a blue bag in the door cam when Shanann comes home, right? That's what we're talking about? Or was this from some other video? Okay. Well, I found the video and it's actually pretty clear, but I don't see anything on the porch. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. This is the footage, but I don't see a blue bag. I see a blue cushion, but you can see that Nicole Atkinson did wait to watch her go in the house. She drives off. She wasn't lying about that. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see anything but the cushion either. Was it there?
Right.
Oh, look again.
Right.
So what day was their trash day? Did he like take out the trash that morning, or are they actually looking in his actual trash and finding stuff that he threw away that night?
What is your name? Sandra?
Yeah, he's talking to Chris's mother-in-law.
What is your date of birth, Sandra? What's your phone number? Okay. So how would you describe their relationship recently? Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can almost hear Sandy.
Sandy's calling you.
That's her mom. Isn't that who you're talking to?
It keeps beeping.
But I just watched that footage again of the Shanann coming home, and there's nothing like sticking out from under the cushion. I don't know. there could have been something there that maybe it's in a discovery report or something, but I don't see anything. So,
Right.
Olga, on this screen right now, you see the date and the timestamp. That number at the bottom, is that his badge number, you think?
Right.
You know, there's been a few times where I had to take like a taxi or something with my kids, and sometimes they won't even pick you up if you don't have car seats for them. Other ones, they'll say, "Hey, just make sure they're the seatbelt." It's not much protection, but it's some protection.
Right. That's
Obviously,
kind of
they
the
don't
impression everyone's
anticipate
telling me.
getting in an accident, but um, it's very unlikely that a mother of 2 kids would take off without her stuff. And, even, if she did get a ride from someone else, she would have
We're
most
not
likely
finding her
taken the
purse.
car seats at the very least. So, Olga, I wonder what the X8107
Right.
is. Maybe it is like their precinct number to go with the badge number or something, or some arbitrary number. But that trash can is full. I bet they found some evidence of some sort in there.
Yep.
Hey, Julie. I'm glad you made it. Anyway, you can go back and watch
Yeah,
the
let me look back
rest
there.
of the footage. Hey, Cuffew. The doll was in. Are we Cuffew? Is the doll in the trash can or the blue bag that we were talking about just a sec ago? Yeah, Deb, I saw the blue and white cushion. It was striped on the chair outside.
Right. Not yet. We're just trying to figure out if she's missing at this point. And
Yeah, I think the officers knew that she
right.
wasn't just missing at this point.
Mm-hmm. That started today. What school is that?
Oh,
Rose?
that doll.
What town is that in? Okay.
He actually threw away sheets. I know he left the one sheet, but I
No,
thought the rest of the stuff was
that was
probably
this
in
morning at
the
like 5:30.
laundry or something. But I don't think they've gone into the bedroom yet in this video. And it makes me wonder if I've actually seen inside the bedroom to see the sheets gone, because I can't remember if I have or not, because I don't think I saw it in this video.
Okay. Okay. $3050. Okay. All right. Yeah. As soon as we figure something out.
Yeah, I know that it was stripped, but I would like to hear what the officers said when they saw it first. I know they didn't really talk. I don't think they went in there yet in this video.
You got a minute?
And that's all of this one. I'll have to look and see if I can find the video footage of them. Maybe I'm sure there is, right? There is body cam footage of that too, right? But yeah, this was pretty insane that Chris, like, he did all of this stuff and he thought that it was, I got to show this again. When Chris runs in, like, I can't express how much this one particular part, like, just feels wrong. Like, it doesn't seem natural for anyone to hurry up
They
at
don't.
this point.
Because they have little.
He's about to pull up in his truck, I think, right here. I think it's about somewhere in here. Ah, there he is. So he gets out of he drives up. But as soon as he steps out of his car, he jogs over to the other side of the truck. I don't think that's what a normal person would do if their wife was missing. I would bet anything that if this happened to most people and they would think that she just left and did something like, not that she's actually missing, not that somebody actually took her or that she's actually not coming back, and when Chris gets out of the truck, he immediately like
Scott, how you
looks
doing?
weird immediately.
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive? Okay.
And this is where it looks like he grabbed something out of the car. But the officer doesn't ask him what it is. See, right there, it looked like he grabbed something.
That's me. Yeah. The neighbors went and checked his cameras and they said that a white car drove away at 1. It was me though. That was me. I dropped her off.
That was the last action on my camera.
This case is crazy. Guffey, you don't think he grabbed anything? It kind of looked like he does. It almost looked like he put something in his pocket. But, yeah. See, he grabbed something, he dropped something, he grabbed something, and then it looks like he locks the door and you can't see anything else.
Yeah. The neighbors went and checked his cameras and they said that a white car drove away at 1.
I wonder what it was.
That was me. I dropped her off.
Oh, it was the ring, you think? Is that what you mean, Olga? That makes sense, too, that it was the ring. Because he does find it on a nightstand conveniently a little bit later. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining me today. I know it was kind of a last-minute live, but I am going to try harder to do these during the week and kind of, hang out more. I have a regular job and it gets exhausting, to go to basically I sit all day and then I have to come home. And if I sit a couple more hours, it's just not fun to sit all the time. But anyways, guys, I do appreciate you being here. If you got here late, that's fine. I'm glad you showed up. You can always go back and watch the video in its entirety and support me by hitting the like button, share the video with your friends. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good night.